and the VPS architecture.
Hmm.
And then of course, like if you don't, I mean, but hey, business owner, there is it's gonna break. It's gonna need some attention. So just let you know that you're gonna have to pay some attention to it. If you don't want to pay attention to it, then I'm happy to stick on, as a partner and do a monthly maintenance fee. Because
So
as a
that,
business owner, like
God is telling you
I
not to.
hate
I'll
not
give you
having
$8 million. Would you
a
spend
choice in
140
something like
days
that.
alone at a five-star oceanfront resort in the Maldives? You wouldn't be in a
there's
regular
some
hotel
background
room.
noise there.
You'd be in the top floor ocean view suite
Is that
with a
you,
private.
Max?
Okay. Yeah. So Dennis, like, how much do you think you can like? Because like my point of view is, if you actually have like this solution that's ready to be deployed, I think this thing could be sold from anywhere from 5,000 to 10,000, even to 20,000 grand, one time fee. Like literally, you build out the agents, you deploy it into their current systems, you connect their calendars, you connect like the outgoing calls, like for a restaurant or maybe like a local business that is getting a bunch of calls, you integrate it into their current phone numbers or get them a new phone number and they agree to it. Like you could literally charge and reasonably get somebody to pay $10,000. The only thing is it has to work. So how confident are you that
It
you
has to work.
charge that pricing, get because like dude, I want to jump back into this so much and like I have like in terms of client acquisition, I've solved that problem already. So like my problem was never client acquisition. I've solved client acquisition. I know how to run the Facebook ads. I know how to build up the entire like model in terms of like the websites, doing everything. I know the ads kind of ads that work. I've solved that. I've even solved sales. I just haven't solved like back then anyways. I charged like so much for this and like we couldn't get the ROI for the business owners, which is why like
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's got to be a no-brainer for them.
if you've solved the like the business owner part and like actually like implementing it and like having it be useful in businesses, like dude, this could be you're sitting on probably $1 million per month business right now.
So
Probably.
that's the thing is like I fucking hope so because like I feel like I feel like I feel like I'm in a hurry. Um and so I will know so the voice agent is being used in my business currently right now as a training. Like VAs do training with it to work on different things. My intent, so that will be my other homework. So my homework is I'm going to do 10 cold calls, and I hear that you maybe I don't need to do it. And I'm willing to do that, but I kind of like feel like I fucking got to do it, man. It's like, oh, I gotta like, hey, man, you got to get in there and do the hard stuff. So at least I'm gonna do that, at least 10 of them, and then I will also get my voice agent on the phone. And so the way that I'm gonna set it up is that if it rings 4 or 5 times, it gets sent over to the voice agent. And so I'll be able to tell you next week how well it works. And I'll even be able to like give you audio of an actual call because all my calls are recorded.
Yeah, cool, cool. That's absolutely it, man. Like as long as like you've taken it to a point where it works, like how much do you actually think you can sell it for? Like from your own business perspective, because like you're a business owner, you know it. How much would you spend for a system that would optimally work the way like you project this thing to work in, like let's say in 6 months from now or whatever?
I don't know. Like, I mean, I've got some limitations around like charging high prices. I ain't gonna lie. So for me, for my business, like I pay a VA and I overpay my VAs. Not, I mean, I pay my VAs well. And so $800, $1,000 a month for a VA cost. So if I could replace half of that, um, meaning like, I only need one VA instead of two. And so let's just call it an even $1,000 a month that I'm saving and getting, 80% of the same results. Yeah, I think $5,000 would be a no-brainer. If it actually works as well as I think it will, and in terms of the voice agent, it's working well, but on the actual calls with actual people, it's an unknown right now. So I'll know more about that next week. But yeah, I think if I could save, and I'm a cleaning business, so like it's not high ticket. You know what I mean? Like a roofer, um, HVAC guys, things like that, like probably a higher ticket than that. But I think for me, like if I knew it worked and would not have to pay a VA $1,000 every month for the rest of my business, $5,000 sounds would be a good starting point.
And you would pay that easily, no questions asked, as long as like you're
I
confident.
I always fucking ask questions.